Hello, I'm Emily Schrod. It's Saturday, April 20th. Here's a look at the top stories from your trusted local news source. The 2024 Iowa legislative session has officially come to a close. Legislators wrapped up in the early hours on Saturday, but not before passing some key bills, one being a new flat 3.8% income tax. Governor Reynolds applauded the move Friday night, saying it will save taxpayers $1 billion in the first 2 years it's in effect. Reynolds also signed a flurry of other bills into law as well. This includes one that will make it easier for teachers and staff members at schools to carry weapons. A 2021 law already allows schools to let individuals carry firearms. This allows staff who undergo safety training to get a professional permits to carry guns in schools. It also gives them qualified immunity to use reasonable force, which is the same exemption police officers get. Lawmakers pushed forward in a response to a deadly school shooting in Perry earlier this year. And plans for a possible new casino in Cedar Rapids can now begin after an amendment to a bill that would extend the casino moratorium in Iowa won't be moving forward. Late Friday night, the Iowa House passed the amendment that would extend the casino moratorium another 5 years. But in the early hours of Saturday morning, the Senate decided not to take the amendment up, meaning this bill won't get sent to Governor Reynolds' desk. Representative Sammy Sheets says this means plans for a casino in Cedar Rapids can now move forward. Governor Reynolds signed a bill into law that changes the state statute of hundreds of former Boy Scouts who survived sexual abuse can get more compensation. It's part of a national settlement for years of abuse by Boy Scout leaders. The Senate had passed it unanimously, but House lawmakers stalled and changed the bill to make sure the statute only applied to people affected by this case and nothing else. Iowa has a narrow civil statute of limitations on child sexual abuse cases. The cutoff is when a person turns 19. Lawmakers say without this legislation, former Iowa Scouts could get 70% of the settlement amount that injured Scouts in other states will receive.
These men, over 300 men, have lived with this their entire life. This is a minimal step that we can take, and I believe that this chamber can look at all these cases on an individual basis, and they deserve some peace and justice.
In a statement, Governor Reynolds said, quote, "We should not stand in the way of these survivors receiving their justified compensation. I am proud to sign this bill, and I hope it brings some sense of justice and closure." And on the closing of the session, in a statement, Governor Reynolds also said in part, quote, "I'm proud of what we accomplished this year, and I look forward to continuing to build upon our strong foundation, ensuring prosperity and stability for every Iowan." She went on to tout the bills signed into law this session. And Iowa Senate Democratic leader Pam Yoakum also released a statement on the session's close. She said in part, quote, "Iowa Senate Democrats opened this session offering a better deal for Iowans with specific plans to increase opportunity, freedom, and accountability." She goes on to say, quote, "Unfortunately, our Republican colleagues refused to join us in that effort. Republican senators chose instead to serve special interests and give more power to the governor." Thanks for watching. Tune in to TV9 and KCRG.com for the latest updates and breaking news.